All right, so it's nice. I have a nice, decent space in here, and it's dedicated to just doing the car. So I'm able to actually keep the fiberglass body here in the barn with me while I'm working on the wiring and everything else on the chassis. I do have a hydraulic lift from Harbor Freight. I gotta say that's probably the best purchase I've made in doing this. It's so nice to be able to raise and lower the car, to be able to work underneath, work on top. It's pretty much invaluable, not very expensive, and it's already kind of paid for itself. So even if it breaks down right now, it was totally worth it. And so I love that hydraulic lift from Harbor Freight. So where we're at right now, so obviously we've got all the wheels and suspension. I did take some parts off of, or basically ordered them from eBay from C5 Corvette. So all of the suspension components are from that. Cleaned them up a little bit. You know that some people have either painted them or clear coated them. You know, I'm not going to really see them all that much, and you know, this is not going to necessarily be a show car. It is really just for fun. Part of the reason I kind of bought this one is it's a fairly inexpensive supercar and not something that I'm going to want to baby or worry about. So, you know, it's going to get dirty. It's going to get a lot of use. So it's, like I said, it's not going to be a show car. So this is purely for fun. So the suspension components, those are all on. Obviously that was kind of the first thing I've done. I've tried to basically follow the manual. There's a couple places I went out of order just because, you know, you're waiting on things, and you got to move on to other things while you're waiting. So all the suspension components, they were very straightforward, easy to install, no issues with those really at all. Again, most of the rear suspension is from C5 Corvette. One thing I did get, so last year the Factory 5, you know, they have their specials every now and then, and I did order it last January, and one of the specials was if you were one of the first 5, you basically got a free set of 4 of these wheels, which are, I mean, they're great. They look great. They're huge. So that was definitely worth it as well. So whether they suckered me into buying it or not at that particular time doesn't really matter. It worked out for me, and they work great. So those are on. Everything else. So a lot of this is for C5 Corvette, but just went to Rock Auto and ordered most of this stuff new rather than getting a donor and getting some used equipment. So all of the radiator, air conditioner stuff is new from Rock Auto. The fans, fan shroud, that's all new. The surge tank is not new, but you know, it's a surge tank, so it's not that big of a deal. Works pretty well. Again, all that stuff went pretty smoothly. No issues really with any of that. Functions, did start it up basically 2 days ago, and fans work. Everything else seems to be working. I do have the air conditioner. I did get that option, so the battery is moved over to the driver's side. The steering components, they all went in really nice and smooth, and got the brake lines, clutch lines, they all went in nice and smoothly as well. Obviously there's going to be leaks and that kind of thing that you have to troubleshoot as you go through, tighten some fittings, but not too bad at all. Air conditioner, that was a tough fit. That was, you know, shoehorning that thing in was a chore, and had to make a couple of adjustments just so I could even just access some of these fittings down here. They're right up against the frame, and you can't really tighten them unless it's you know, you have to do it in a specific order. So I made a couple of adjustments just to make it a little bit easier. It offset the air conditioner just a little bit. Did get and I do want to say, I got a bunch of stuff from Shane from the VR Speed Raptor. He's been really helpful in getting a lot of this aftermarket stuff, which he does nicely. So that is the relocation for the blower, which is going to be in the foot box. So that's really nice. Keeps it nice and clean. I really don't know how you were going to be able to fit the blower out here. There's really not a lot of room. Had enough trouble getting the air conditioner in there, so I thought it was nice to be able to move it into the foot box anyway. I sat in there, tested it. My feet don't come anywhere close to being close to that blower, so there's not going to be any issues, I don't think, for foot room and not being able to put your feet where you want to. So I don't think that's going to be an issue.